are very pleased to welcome Liz from MCR Pathways today. So Liz is the Partnership and Mentor Recruitment Manager. Over to you, Liz.
Thank you so much, Alice. It's lovely to be here with you all today. Thank you so much for inviting me along to come and tell you a bit more about mentoring. What I'd like to do is really share with you the power of mentoring and talk to you a bit about our organisation and how we support vulnerable young people in schools across Surrey. So MCR, well, we are a mentoring charity. MCR stands for Motivation, Commitment and Resilience. And really our vision is that every young person gets the same opportunities in life. We want to try and level the playing field. And we really do feel that young people should be defined by their talents and not by their circumstances. So these are the ways that we measure as the success of our programme. We look at things like their attendance, educational attainment, their well-being, their confidence, and we know that through our programme and through one-to-one mentoring, all of these things are improved by having a mentor for just 1 hour a week. So the organisation has been established actually since 2007. We started in just one school up in Glasgow, and then we continued to expand, and we now cover the whole of Scotland. We came down into the southeast of England in 2021, and we launched in Hertfordshire. We're in 9 schools up there now. And then in 2022, we came into Surrey, and we're now in 7 schools, that's soon to be 8 across the county. And we're supporting more than 200 young people across the county of Surrey, which is absolutely fantastic. And we've also recently just launched into West London as well. And I think the key thing I wanted to stress today was our USP, if you like, is that we are very, very focused on the relationship. That's the model of support that we provide. So we are very focused on making sure that the mentor is very carefully matched to the young person based on things like shared life experiences, hobbies, interests, that kind of thing. And the second really important partnership is the relationship that we have with all of our schools. They want us to be in the school, they want us to be there, they make our mentors feel extremely welcome. So, you know, the relationship and the partnership side of things really does work, and it's very important to us. So just then a little bit about who are our mentors. What we say is, if you care, you can be a mentor. Anyone can be a mentor if you're caring, if you're listening, if you're good at listening, and you have 1 hour a week to give to a young person, a vulnerable young person, term time only, and that would be going into the school to meet with them. We do ask for 1 academic year commitment, but many of our mentors do go on to continue to mentor their young person for 2-3 years. The mentoring starts in year 9 when they're about 14. So obviously, if you were able to continue mentoring that young person until they'd finished their exams and left school, that would be absolutely fantastic. And like I say, the really important thing about us is that we carefully match based on common interests, shared life experiences, personality, that kind of thing. And that's what makes these relationships work and makes them so successful. And obviously we provide full training and ongoing support. It's a really good training program that you would go through before you started your mentoring. So the young people that we support get referred onto the programme by the school, and they typically fall into 2 categories. The first being those that have had any kind of social work involvement or have been care experienced. The second group, we say, are experiencing any kind of continuous instability at home. So obviously that could include a wide range of situations, but the common factor amongst all of our young people really is that they don't have that reliable, consistent role model, that adult consistent adult in their life that they can talk to, that they can confide in, someone that's there for them to encourage them, motivate them, and give them some support, basically. It's completely voluntary for the young people to be on the programme. In schools, we typically call it a young talent programme, so they wouldn't necessarily know us as MCR Pathways. And they all very much want to be there and can really see the value of having a mentor come to see them once a week. So I just wanted to show you very briefly some statistics there, looking at typically young people who are achieving a pass in English and maths. If you look at the percentage of those children that have been in care compared to their peers, you can see the huge gap in achievement. And that's what we're trying to reduce. We're trying to reduce that gap. We're trying to help these young people achieve better exam results, go on to more positive destinations after school, whether that's college, university, or into employment. And the other quite stark statistics are that care experienced young people are far more likely to go into youth custody. They're far more likely to become homeless. So what we're trying to do is meet with them from that young age, help them to really realise their potential, find what their talents are, make some positive life decisions, and hopefully we can improve some of these statistics. So in each school, we have a dedicated member of staff called a Pathways Coordinator, and they are there to support the young people throughout their journey, their educational journey. They get referred onto the programme in years 7 and 8, and they typically do sort of small group work at that stage. And then the mentoring would start when they're about 14 in year 9. And as I say, go through to year 11 or year 13 if the school has a sixth form. And as I said before, we offer full training and ongoing support. So the beginning part of the mentoring journey would be a one-to-one interview with one of my colleagues, where we would gather all the information that we need to help us to match you to a young person. And then once you start the mentoring, we have a Pathways Coordinator in every school, supporting all the young people delivering the programme, but also supporting our mentors at all times. And we also have a mentor hub, which you would get access to, which has a lot more additional information and resources that you can log on to at any time. And we're also really keen to develop the relationships between our mentors, to get sort of peer support amongst our mentors. So we have regular coffee mornings where you can receive updates from MCR and obviously meet other mentors and sort of share experiences and ideas. So ultimately, our mission together is to, as I say, help unlock these the potential in these young people. We're helping them to hopefully reach a sustainable and positive destination after they leave school. And the difference you can make. So some positive statistics to show you now. If you look at care experienced young people that don't have a mentor compared to those that do, you can see the jump there. Those that are achieving one or more GCSE or equivalent qualification jumps from nearly 60%, but jumps to nearly 88% if they've had a mentor involved. Likewise, a much higher percentage are going on to a positive destination after they leave school. So just some images there from our wonderful mentors across Surrey with their mentees. I think it's fair to say that all of our mentors tell us they get just as much out of the mentoring programme, I think, as their young people do. Many of them tell me it's the highlight of their week. Absolutely fantastic to go in and meet with their young person. And of course, all the while developing skills in active listening, empathy, those kind of things. So yeah, it's a wonderful programme for both the mentors and the mentees as well. I just wanted to show you a very quick video, just a case study of a young person that was referred to the programme. She was experiencing some instability at home, and as a result, her attendance and her behaviour were causes of concern.
I'm Jasmine, and I got involved in the mentoring programme because I was pretty badly behaved.
My name's Debbie. I've been mentoring since October.
Yeah,
October last year, which would be 22.
I was quite gobby. I think that was the main problem. So I think I could have been seen as difficult to work with. But other than that, I think I'm all right.
You love.
I think I still would have been the bad way I was if I didn't have a mentor. I smile a lot more than I usually do because I was so gobby. I just had such a horrible face on me, and I always looked moody against other people. But now I've just learned to be more smiley and kinder like other people.
You're very open, and I've learned so much about your generation and words that I never knew about. and it's lovely. It's really refreshing. That's what I find really refreshing. I go home refreshed.
I just thought it was going to be like someone you just speak to about like work and stuff. So I was like, oh, if it's like about work, I'm not really going to be too fussed if I don't go.
Yeah.
But then I realised that I could speak to you more about like my problems and stuff. You're quite a good listener, which is like the main thing I wanted, because not to be a bit selfish, but I just love to vent. So it like makes things easier. I think we get along really well because we're both quite chatty. So like our conversations bounce against like one another.
Yeah.
You're probably the best pick I could have had, to be honest.
We built trust with each other. You knew I wasn't going to talk to anybody else, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. And therefore it became more of a safe space, so that over time you don't get safe space immediately. It kind of increased.
No, yeah.
And so it felt you were able to open up more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nice. That's good.
It's almost like a blanket, because even though you have so many problems, like they can't really tell anyone, like even if it's like a safeguarding issue, that's different, but like, yeah, it's just like a warm, like safe space.
The fact that you might be attending school now on a regular basis is just brilliant. And if that's partly a result of this, then that's fantastic.
I've seen how much it's changed me, like my personality wise, and it's really improved. And I know like with my friends, it's improved them as well. So it's like, if it's improving multiple people, it's clearly like working.
I think if you can help a young person just a little bit, then you're doing something massive.
So yeah, so I think that highlights the impact of the program. You can see, yeah, that it's doing some fantastic things and having a real sort of a strong impact on both the young person and the mentor. I just wanted to also just show you some of the results of the survey that we did, asking our young people what they're getting from the mentoring, and I think it's really lovely to sort of hear their voices, and yeah, to find out that they're feeling more understood. They've made a really strong connection with their mentor. They feel like they're a good role model. Yeah, I won't read them all out, but yeah, obviously you can see there's lots of positive statements there. I love the laughing one. I think that's fantastic. Discussing how to achieve their goals, being able to talk about anything, being more motivated at school. So some really strong outcomes. And as I say, it's just an hour a week. Full training provided, and with that hour you really can have a huge impact on a young person who is perhaps facing some challenges. So yeah, that's the end of the presentation. So there's some contact information there if you'd like to speak to me at a later date. There's my email address, but if you are interested in becoming a mentor, you can go straight onto the website, and there's a registration form there that you can complete, as well as lots more information as well. So yeah, thank you very much.